here we go. It all comes down to this in the Premiership de Montreal this season, as it is the White Eagles against Les Éléphants. White Eagles will kick things off in their red kits. Les Éléphants wearing their alternate white uniforms with orange socks. Graham Naismith with you on the commentary from Percival Molson Memorial Stadium. Les Éléphants taking some possession early on. Both teams that like to have the possession going at it here. Dribbling in a couple of moves from Mermoz. Left-footed cross in there. Diving header. Put it maybe a bit closer to his goal than he would have wanted. As that was James Rudnicki who just put it back for the corner kick. And very early in this match we have a set piece for Les Éléphants. Two teams here familiar with one another. They met twice this season, both of which were victories for White Eagles. A match back in July ended 4-0, although you'd have to think Les Éléphants, they were a bit hard done by in that one. But it was a 4-0 decision for White Eagles in a match that really jump-started their season. They were struggling up to that point, but a 4-goal output against a talented Les Éléphants team really got them going. There's the cross going in. Headed up rather than out. Swinging and missing at it is Mohamed Galmi. And now putting it out here. An opportunity on the volley into the safe hands of the goalkeeper, Stéphane Vrobel. The experienced and imposing netminder who is in between the sticks today. And he's going to thump this one up the field well over the halfway line. Headed down well by Les Éléphants. Up looking for their target man. Sebastian Jankowski, nice header back to the goalkeeper, the most noble of plays. But they'll be trying to target that 15 in red. Jankowski coming up through the Pointe-Claire Amateur Soccer Association. That one just out of play, couldn't keep it in, was number 13, Edgard Goli. Now sizing up this throw-in is Gabriel Pogoda, the captain today for White Eagles, not wearing the armband, but he did take the coin toss earlier on. This one thrown down the line. Calls for a handball. It went out of play, and it's going to be with the team in white. Yes, they met twice this season, Les Éléphants and White Eagles. As we said, the 4-0 decision very early in the year for White Eagles, and then White Eagles came away 3-2 victors earlier in August in a match that they felt they were deserving of winning. But Les Éléphants, obviously, no pushovers. It really was a great turnaround for White Eagles. They started the season with a 1-5 record in their first 6 games, and their one win was a forfeit victory, where their team, the team they were playing against, failed to fulfill the fixture. But they really turned it around. They made some changes in their tactics. And Azmi Kaya just telling goalie where to take this throw-in from. And they've really worked on keeping the ball out of the middle of the pitch when they're defending. We'll have to see if they can do that today. Jankowski on the ball now, looking to turn. He's taking them all on, but he ran himself into a cul-de-sac that time, and it's all the way back to the goalkeeper. Calm on the ball, playing it out. Les Éléphants, they played for a couple of years in the African League here in Montreal, and they played against some pretty good competition in that league, including FC Jazz, who were the class of this Premiership division a couple of years ago. Now this one controlled. There's a long drive. Shouldn't trouble the goalkeeper. He's down onto that one. But yes, Les Éléphants, they played against FC Jazz and they beat FC Jazz. That is a tall task, to be sure. Now a flick on, and it was the man we mentioned earlier, Rudnicki, putting it away. This one played down the line. Trying to run onto this is Campine. And already the official talking with Kasper Sipala, telling him to keep it quiet for White Eagles. White Eagles have a couple of men who know how to put the ball in the net. Jankowski, as we mentioned. Also Adam Petter, who is not in the starting lineup today. He's wearing the number 99 kit. Les Éléphants now trying to move it forward. High line being played there by White Eagles, and they're looking over the top here. Is he going to be on side? No, he's not. A delayed flag from Julius Ashu on the far side, but the flag did go up, and the player running in there was Kaya Mermaz, who thought he was through. And there are about 100 people in the stands today at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium cheering on the two teams. We mentioned earlier when these teams met in the season that they would both do well, getting a lot of players or a lot of people out to support them should they make it through to the finals. And that's what they've got today. A good atmosphere here as White Eagles let this one roll out. This really is a match of young versus old, as Les Éléphants are a very, very youthful team. Anyone in their late 20s is considered old on their team. And they have a lot of energy. A team that doesn't let their level drop as the match wears on. Whereas White Eagles, they've got some younger players, but they also have some more experienced men out there. Turning inside now. That is Aka playing it along. Looking for Uatara. All the way back now. That was Kuya. Back with Morel Kua looking through the middle. Played away. Awkward one there. Back with goalie, who's seen a lot of the ball through the early goings here in number 13 in white. A fancy flick on. It's going to fall here, but it will fall for White Eagles, who thrash it away. Les Éléphants flexing their muscles early on, but there's Jankowski turning on the afterburners, and he's got the ball, and he nearly had the opening goal. Instead, it was a good early save from the Les Éléphants goalkeeper, but an early warning for Les Éléphants. Jankowski is not to be trifled with and may well be a difference maker in this match. You saw him turn on the afterburners, dispossessed the center back of Les Éléphants, and you know what? I think he will look back on that and think he should have scored. Hard tackle in the middle of the field. We've yet to see a foul called, have we, from Asmikaya. Ball in there. Jankowski's going to run onto it, and no, he can't keep it in. It's a very wet pitch out there, as we should have mentioned earlier. It was an absolute torrential downpour about 10 minutes before the match started. The rain has somewhat subsided, still coming down, however, and the pitch is very wet, the ball wet as well, and you can actually see some puddles in the running track that encircles this field turf surface here at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium. But yes, the goalkeeper for Les Éléphants called into action very early. Les Éléphants, not a team to go long. They play it short, looking to build from the back. They've lost the ball here, however. Nice bit of one-on-one work there, but he wasn't able to skip by. That, again, was Dan Campine. Or Campion, perhaps. Jankowski heads it down. Hint of a handball there, but the referee says play on. And better safe than sorry. Vrobel, the goalkeeper, wasn't presenting an option that time. There are two Vrobels on the team. Stefan, the goalkeeper, and Sebastian, a defender. And they really speak to the tradition that White Eagles have, as their father actually played for the team back in the 1980s when it was first established. They've given it away here. Jacques Tia in there, the captain for Les Éléphants, putting the foot in and knocking it away from Jankowski. Ooh, a back heel. The match already looking very open here through the first 10 minutes. And usually in these Premiership finals, we see a very cagey match. We think back to last season, FC Jazz versus Peaky Blinders, where it was a 2-1 decision for Peaky Blinders. And it took us some 35 minutes to find our first goal in that match. Les Éléphants not looking particularly dangerous moving forward on that occasion. And that was Galmi putting his player to the turf, looking to spread the play, and that's exactly what they do. Well spread out to Campine. Playing it up, looking to center that one. Headed away by the center back and then further cleared. Only as far as Pagoda, who puts it back in. No one really able to control this wet ball. Swing and a miss that time. And now they try to calm it down. Good tackle there by goalie. Spreading it wide. That was Uatara. Ball up the field, headed away. So we misidentified that player, number 25. That is actually Tomasz Skora. We called him James Rudnicki before. Les Éléphants, expecting to see some good creativity from them today. Some good 1v1 work. Never afraid to show their moves, show what they've got in the locker. And they're a team that has a lot of aspirations. They really want to take their group to the next level and play at the highest level they can play. And they've given a good account of themselves this season. These are really two teams that started the season relatively slowly, as neither team really able to get their feet under them. Good pressure being put on there. 50-50 here. And now he's going to run. Oh, he was pushed off the ball. Calls for a foul there, and that's exactly what the official is going to give. Goalie interfering with Mikolashevsky, who was running up the field. That Patrick Mikolashevsky, his brother Vincent, a defender. Sizing up this free kick. 3 players committed forward, and Jankowski, he's got a lot of space to his right if he wants to use it, but this one they're distinctly showing that they're going to put this one into the box. If they want to play it down the line, that wouldn't be the worst option for them. The official just telling the one-man wall to back up. That one cleared away by Les Éléphants. A very good team in the air. They're going to have to give a really good account of themselves, White Eagles, if they're going to beat Les Éléphants in the air. Miscommunication that time from Les Éléphants. And it's cleared away by Tia. Turning on the ball. Lots of time to pick out his pass, but those dump and run balls aren't going to work today. The pitch is far too wet, and in some ways it's appropriate because we saw a lot of the teams in the Premiership this season resort to the dump and run, and it did not work at all. But both of these teams have shown they can build and don't always just rely on the home run shot. And because the home run shot's not going to work today with this wet pitch, it's just going to skip right through to the goalkeeper. Here he is on the ball. Mermoz again. He had a good opportunity. Putting it across, all too easy for Stéphane Vrobel. And he gets a nice hand from the supporters here at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium, and he puts a line drive up the pitch, well controlled by Milowski. Mikolashevsky puts it up the field. Jankowski to chase it down. It's out of his reach. It's with the goalkeeper. Every pass today with this wet field is going to have to be inch perfect. Aka playing it across. He's a larger figure in the middle of the park. Stepping inside, playing a nice ball up the field. And that one well shielded, and then taking a tumble hard is Tomasz Skora, wearing some kind of a brace on his right wrist. Back up with no ill effects, and it will be Vrobel to take this goal kick. Playing it to the far side, looking up the field, cut off well by Kuya. There's the creative player for White Eagles, but wasn't going to be able to dance his way out of that one. And he's lost the ball. It's going to be a throw-in, and it looks like Kuya will be the one to take it. Not a bad venue for this Premiership Division final here at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium, a 20,000 plus. And or we're not close to that capacity today, but it's not a bad crowd out to support here. Off the field, Jankowski can run this one down. He's going to hassle Kuya, who's trying to let it run, and he gives him the bump, and he's going to win himself a throw-in. Gave him the bump from behind and gave him something to think about as well, showing off his pace early on, and he's had the only real chance of this game through the first 15 minutes, a chance he probably should have finished off. And how would that have changed the complexion of the game? Through the first quarter of an hour, you can't really pick one or the other who's more deserving of the opening goal. White Eagles launching this one well into the box. And it's cleared away. Jankowski, he always finds the ball, and he's got it there, playing it back through the middle. And they're going to recycle this one back. White Eagles enjoying some possession and a vital play that time by number 14. It is Sebastian Vrobel who prevented a turnover, which would have gone back the other way, but now Vrobel's got to recover as they play it across the middle. Mermoz, his touch let him down. That one skips up, and a hard challenge there, and I think it's Vrobel who is down. He got it right in the shin guard. Thankful for those shin guards, as it was a hard kick from Ryan Allah, number 21. And Vrobel collects himself and he'll be fine to continue. Looking to switch the play there, looking for Mikolashevsky. Couldn't find it. It was up at an awkward angle for him. And you're not going to dispossess that man of the ball too easily. Axel Aka. Barry Afi dribbling it up the field. He almost gave it away to Mikolashevsky, but it does bounce out. Something of a stop-start game, I must say, through the first 17 minutes. Tia playing it to the far side for Kuya. Stepping inside, and the seas are going to part for him here as he dribbles up, tries to scoop it over. It's off the back of a player in the middle there. That was Kasper Sipala. Now over the top, running over to Robel, who puts his knee up to protect himself. Flag stayed down. Had they got onto it, it would have been very interesting. Mikolashevsky chips it over. Tia, facing his goal, plays all the way back to his goalkeeper. Nice control there in the middle of the park from Mohamed Galami. And now Galmi has conceded a foul. Surely it is indeed going to be a dead ball for White Eagles. These two teams, they seem to be fairly amicable through their first couple of matches this year, helping one another up when they were fallen, and none of the time-wasting, kicking the ball away stuff. But then again, all friendships are out the window in this Premiership Division final. Looking for Jankowski, who rises. Wasn't able to get onto that one, although he has won himself a corner. First corner kick of the game for White Eagles. Mikolashevsky jogging over to get the ball. Not sure if he'll be the one to take it. White Eagles got into this final via a 3-1 victory over FC United, who finished second in the standings. And it was a game they felt they thoroughly dominated. They, in fact, felt that the 3-1 scoreline flattered FC United a bit. Mikolashevsky to take the corner kick. It's a good one, flying in there. Couldn't get all of it. And it's cleared away. Goalie plays it up through the middle of the field. Well controlled, or well, not well controlled actually. They did well to rise onto it, but they weren't able to maintain possession. Calls for a handball, and the official agrees. We'll have to see who's favored to take this one. We have Mikolashevsky standing over it, as well as Sipala. Well, a couple of players standing over it now. And maybe something off the training ground coming up here. Maybe a layoff for a first-time opportunity, a four-man wall for Les Éléphants. Mikolashevsky, good save by the goalkeeper. Jankowski right on it. He's onside. Still danger there. It's cleared away by Tia. A good driven shot that time by Patrick Mikolashevsky. Right back the other way now. A professional foul there. Surely a yellow card against White Eagles. Had to take that foul or they would have been away and clear. And it is a caution given out to Gabriel Pogoda. And I believe it was Pagoda who received that yellow card. And standing over this one is Barry Affy. So from one free kick for White Eagles over to the other one. A free kick now for Les Éléphants. Affy, left-footed ball, high one, diving down in there. Someone got ahead to that. Jankowski hops the route, gets the ball. He's being hassled in the middle of the park, and he's turned it over in a very bad spot. But then his teammates help him out, and White Eagles get under it and clear that one away. Mikolashevsky running it down, and it looked like it caught his hand. Playing it quickly now are Les Éléphants, looking to catch White Eagles. Cutting inside. Uatara back on it. Aka lets it run. Goalie. Shot her across, doesn't really matter, it's out of play. So you'd have to think the two best opportunities have come for White Eagles. Jankowski very early on, and then that Mikolashevsky drive a few moments ago that was well saved by the goalkeeper. But we said it earlier, these matches generally are low-scoring affairs. Could that script be flipped today, however? In the first two games these teams have played this season, they combined for 9 goals. That one skips up the field. It's going to stay in play for Jankowski, who's well onside. Mikolashevsky making a run. Ball too early and through to the goalkeeper. Aka forced off the ball. Jankowski taking it on himself. Here he comes. Jankowski poked it away. Clean tackle there. Got all of the ball, and Jankowski's down, and he looks to be hurt. He's back up. He certainly got the ball. He got the man, yes, but he also got the ball. And I think it's going to be a throw-in for White Eagles. And here is the throw-in to be taken by White Eagles. Mikolashevsky playing it in there. Goalkeeper off his line, knocks it down. And Jankowski trying to catch them, being just a bit too fancy as they were breaking out. Uatara. A couple of nice moves. Flying forward now. So those balls aren't going to work today on this wet field. And it's all the way through to Vrobel. He was looking for Kaya Mermaz. Jankowski all over the place. That one knocked away by Aka. Jankowski's got it back. Mikolashevsky showing him to the outside. holding up the ball a bit here as he waits for reinforcements to come. And that one poked away. It really is an international affair here. White Eagles representing Poland and Les Éléphants representing Côte d'Ivoire. And Poland and Côte d'Ivoire have met at the full men's international level only once. That game back in 2010, shortly after the World Cup, which Côte d'Ivoire played in. This one skips through, but Les Éléphants swarm it and clear it away. That match ended in a 3-1 score for Poland. And 2 goals scored, unsurprisingly, by Robert Lewandowski, while the 1 goal for Côte d'Ivoire was scored by a very young Gervinho, who was a few months shy of, well, probably an ill-fated move to Arsenal. But that scoreline, 3-1, not out of the question for this this match coming up today, as there's a foul committed. Les Éléphants will have the ball, and the official is going to try to put an end to the chirping. Headed on. Hard play there. The official says nothing there. It was in the box, but he waves it off. And White Eagles not on the same wavelength there. 26 minutes in, no goals. Not surprising considering the gravity of this match and what's at stake. These teams have been playing all summer, hoping for this one. A reminder that if we go the distance and it ends in a tie, we will go straight to penalty kicks to decide the winner. Jankowski trying to find that one, but he's pushed off the ball. Goalie, ball over the top. That one awkwardly received, but then knocked away and out of play. The rain has, looks like almost completely stopped now. But the ball will still be wet and the field will definitely be wet as well. Les Éléphants, they got here to the final in a rather interesting manner. It was a 2-1 score against Verdansk, with Verdansk abandoning the match in the 70th minute. And here comes Les Éléphants forward. Haven't tried a shot yet. There's the first one that is partially blocked. Now the cross in there. Good one to rise onto, but it's Vrobel who clears it away. Ouattara playing it through, but it's knocked out of play by Robert Urbanovitz. That one sky high in the air, knocked away by Campion. Aka through the middle for Mohamed Galami. Aka back on it, thought about a shot, blocked by Mikolashevsky. Now this one up the field. Jankowski's got a step, but the goalkeeper's out and calmly plays it over his head. Now we must say on the Les Éléphants game sheet, they have the name of one Mathieu Corneli listed. Not sure if that's him in the goal right now, but he is a very well-respected figure in the Montreal soccer ranks. Foul there committed by Les Éléphants. Corneli was the hero of the 2020 Premiership Division Final. And we have our first sub of the match. So Chapala comes in. There's now 2 Chapalas on the pitch, Anthony and Casper. They took out their center midfielder, and it looks like they're going to move a couple of players around, including Casper Chapala, more into a central role. Ball high in there, always favored for the goalkeeper, who may or may not be Mathieu Corneli. We'll try to figure that one out at the half. Drop kick well up the field. Header back. Robel on it. But yes, Corneli was the hero of last year's final. A couple of huge saves, a couple of head-scratching saves, really, as to how he stopped those. And speaking with Les Éléphants before the match, a couple of them have ties to Peaky Blinders, who ultimately won that final last season. Mikolashevsky running onto it, gives Tia a bump. And looks like he's got himself a throw-in. Half an hour gone by in this one, still looking for our first goal. And will it come before the half? It's shaping up to be a low-scoring affair, so the first goal is of the utmost importance. Jankowski presenting the option. Mikolashevsky kicks it over. Loose ball here at the top of the box. Chipala puts it over. And Tony Chipala, his first action of the match, saw his name in lights, but ended up thrashing that one wide. So White Eagles, they mentioned earlier, they like to congest the middle of the field. They like to dominate the midfield. And they made a change just a moment ago, bringing out Brazil, who was their center midfielder. They're also missing one of their key players, who usually occupies that center midfield role. He is out of town at the moment. And I think it'll be interesting to see when White Eagles bring on Adam Petter. That one knocked down by Allah. And it's out of play. And on the sideline here for White Eagles, we have a player on crutches, and he's wearing clearly a vintage jacket that says White Eagles of Montreal. Advantage played. Here's Mikolashevsky looking for Jankowski. Well received. Calls for a foul there. Jankowski's still going. He's on the ball. He's going to cross that one in. High one. Knocked away by the goalkeeper. Mikolashevsky still on it. Galmi backtracking. Dispossessed him of the ball. But White Eagles showing a bit of danger, and they've been the more dangerous attacking team here, I must say. It looks as though their goalkeeper has been called into action much more than Vrobel has between the sticks for White Eagles. Oh, and a foul there, and it's going to be a free kick for Les Éléphants. Good opportunity to whip the ball into the box. White Eagles bringing almost all of their players back here. Jankowski, the only one who's not back, although he is standing at his own 30-yard line. Julius Ashu, whose brother Fonderson is a well-respected official around these parts, counting out the distance. Two-man wall for White Eagles. 5 players make it 6 players in the box for Les Éléphants. High one. Vrobel stays home. Header on. Goes wide. It's going to be a goal kick. Les Éléphants, they are a very imposing team in the air. And that's something that White Eagles will need to be aware of today. That one given away, not the goal kick that White Eagles would have wanted. We see now Adam Petar getting ready to enter the match, and in fact, he's going to enter the match right now. Milevsky coming off, so he's the creative player for White Eagles. Something tells me that's not the last we'll see him today. And Adam Petar with the headband jogs on. So they've now got a real attacking trident to White Eagles, and a foul throw there. So they've got Mikolashevsky, Jankowski, and Petar heading up their formation. Petar, the target man, all the way up at the top. Petar right on the ball, imposing himself on the match, and he's got around his man here. Put it in there. Bit too excited there, I think a bit too nervy in his first kick at it today. Maybe looking for Mikolashevsky, but it was out of his reach. Oof, a call there as it was a hard foul, and it's actually going to be a yellow card. It is Kasper Chipala who is going in the book. Second booking today. Taking a look at the flags on top of the press box on the far side here at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium. The wind is quite blustery, which it didn't seem like it when I was on the pitch earlier, but the flag's clearly blowing from the left to right on your screen. Ball put in by Gelmy. Vrobel comes, he misses it. It's loose in there. Did that catch a hand? Yes, it did. Penalty kick coming up for Les Éléphants. Caught the hand of one of the center backs, and it's a real opportunity here for Les Éléphants. No questions about that one. Vrobel came and he missed it, and he'll be unhappy with his effort on that one. Looks like it is Morel Kuya to take this penalty. He's been active early on, perhaps their most active attacking player, and he'll have to beat big Stéphane Vrobel. Kuya lining up directly behind the ball, not showing which foot he's going to shoot with. In the 37th minute, a real opportunity here. Shoots with his right, and it's stopped by Vrobel. Vrobel makes the pivotal stop. You'd have to say he makes amends for his error. But still danger here, headed away by the defender Pogoda. But Vrobel, it was a comfortable height, you'd have to say, for him, especially for a bigger man. And he makes the stop and he keeps it scoreless here. Les Éléphants still with the corner, though. This one flying in there. Received on the near side, rather, trying to dance in there, and it's cleared away by Chipala. That was Mermoz who was trying to move his way in. Interesting, their imposing player in the midfield, Axel Aka, had no interest in making his way up for that corner kick. He very much stayed home. He was actually the last defender, and he's a big guy out there. Surprising he wasn't trying to get his head onto that ball. Ball in there, oof, knocked away a bit too close to the goal maybe for White Eagles' liking, but it is out of play. Just getting the proper ball here for the restart. It's been an entertaining match so far, and the crowd on hand has had something to cheer about with that penalty save from Vrobel. Again, Aka staying home for this corner kick. Ball in there. It's a good one. Again, headed away. And it's actually going to be a corner, or excuse me, no, it is a goal kick. Les Éléphants adamant that was theirs. Pogoda was the defender. Just about 5 minutes until the halftime break, and we're still looking for our first goal of this match. This one helped up the field. Mikolashevsky, haven't said his name a whole lot recently, just out of his reach. This one, not easy for the goalkeeper to deal with the bouncing ball. And there's a press being put on here. Chipala goes over his head. And now here comes Mermoz. Playing it through the middle, unlucky. It hits the back of Afi. Jankowski holding up the ball at the top, out of the reach of Petar. Tia playing it wide. Again, looking for Afi. Great tackle there by Pogoda. He thought he won the ball. Didn't look like it from here. Aka. Going for the direct route. Falling here. Vrobel fumbles it, but then gets it back. And there is a Les Éléphants player who is hobbled behind the play. He's being helped up by Vrobel. Looks like he's back to his feet, though, just in time for White Eagles to lose the ball. Aka. Nice bit of work in the midfield, that. Back for Tia. Ball over, headed down. Goalie. No nonsense defending there from White Eagles, just wanting to clear it away, but they haven't really been able to connect with their forwards. And I'd say Les Éléphants in the last little bit have really imposed themselves on the match. They won the penalty. Granted, it was stopped. Vrobel not taking his own goal kick here. Instead, it's going to be his teammate there, Skora. Looking for Jankowski, lost it out to Uatara. Petar, good backtracking to win the ball back. And Pogoda plays it up the field. Neither team able to dominate the possession in the last few minutes. Scooping it over, they're onside here. Vrobel off his line. Oh, no, they're offside. That a tight call, but the official has his flag in the air, and it would have been millimeters at that, if that. Ball up the field, looking for Jankowski. Got sandwiched there between two players. And that one, safety first from the skipper, Jacques Tia. Jankowski back on it. Looking for a shooting lane. Fires it in there. Goalkeeper, it skips right into his hands. Wasn't going to find the goal. But the goalkeeper obviously taking no chances. Mermoz, hard one up the field. Pogoda knocks it away. Oof, that's not a throw-in. And the crowd knew it. High up the field over the head of Jankowski, the fourth official now signaling that there will be one additional minute in this match. Or in this half, we should say. There'll be at least 45 more to go in this one. Petar, Jankowski trying to check his run, but Petar not able to control the ball. One last opportunity maybe for either team to grab the lead right before halftime. Great ball up the field looking for Jankowski. Is he going to keep it in? Sliding, he does keep it in. And the goalkeeper didn't see Mikolashevsky running in there as he spun away from him. It was a busy first half of football. 2 quality chances for White Eagles that were stopped, and then the penalty for Les Éléphants that was stopped by Vrobel, and that's how we're at 0-0. And we're underway for the second half here at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium. The first 45 solved little, except for showing us that this will be a match that contests 2 very evenly matched teams. White Eagles with a couple of good opportunities from open play that did not find the back of the net, while Les Éléphants had a penalty, but that penalty was stopped by the goalkeeper, Stéphane Vrobel. Flicking it on here for Jankowski, the target man for White Eagles. By the way, Petar off the field, Melushki back on the pitch, number 7 for White Eagles. So their front 3 are, well, him, Melushki, trying to pronounce these names correct, but Melushki, Mikolashevsky and Jankowski are the front 3. Low cross. Kolnali just keeps it out. And then they're going to say there was a foul somewhere in there. By the way, we have confirmed the goalkeeper for Les Éléphants is the legendary Mathieu Kolnali. And he was the star of last year's final. And you know what? He may well be the star of this year's final as well. But seeing him in between the sticks for Les Éléphants, you know that they're going to be in very capable hands. Les Éléphants, I don't believe they made any substitutions at the half. White Eagles, I think they more or less reverted back to their initial starting formation, as we saw Bizdil is back on the field, Dominic Bizdil. So here we go. It's what we've been working all summer towards, and it only makes sense that it's going to come down to the final 45. And a reminder again, if it is tied at the end of these 45 minutes, we're going to penalties. Jankowski looking to drive. Good slide tackle put in by Barry Afi. I must say, there's a player on the near side who's been pretty open. It's Robert Urbanovic, and he's been 23, the left back. He's been open. He's going to get the ball right here in a bit of space, playing it out wide. Pass just kept in play, but now it's out of play. That one where he would have wanted to receive it with his left foot, most likely, and they'll leave the throw in for Jacques Zia, the captain of Les Éléphants. Jankowski rising, and he's committed a foul. He got up there too early. And the 2 center backs have been busy today for White Eagles, Tomasz Skora and Vincent Mikolashevsky. So both Mikolashevskys on the field right now, one at center back, one at forward. Ball in there. Knocked away by Pogoda. And he's managed to prevent that one from going out for a corner. It'll be a throw. Ooh, a hard challenge behind the play. Looking up the field. Loose ball there. Jankowski's going to get onto it. Ball over the top. Bizdil up there wasn't able to quite get onto it, and it's cleared away. And that one knocked away by Urbanowski. Or Urbanowitz, excuse me. But yes, watch for 23 to be wide there. He was open on a couple of occasions. And Les Éléphants unsure who they want taking this throw. It's going to be Jacques Tia. Good throw, looking in towards the box. Headed away by Mikolashevsky, and they're going to try it again. Taking a look at Stéphane Vrobel in the goal. He was the hero of the first half, stopping that penalty with under 10 minutes to go. Holding it up here is Ryan Allah. And Les Éléphants enjoying some possession deep in their attacking third to start this second half. Tia, left-footed cross. A good one rising onto it. Loose ball. They found the back of the net and they've got their opening goal. It went right across the face of goal and then was hammered home. Not sure who it was. I have a feeling it was Mermoz who put it in. I'm pretty confident it was, in fact, Kaya Mermoz who got the opening goal. And just like that, it really changes things early in this second half. It was across the face of goal. A good one at that. And now Skora goes down in a heap. Looked like I'm not sure if he was clipped or if it was a non-contact injury. But now White Eagles have a job to do. They'll really have to try to involve Jankowski and Mikolashevsky up the field. And they'll also have to hope that one of their key center backs is okay. If there's one positive thing from giving up that goal, it's that it was conceded so early in the second half. They've still got 40 or so minutes to find their equalizer. Skora plays it short to his defense partner, Vincent Mikolashevsky. Strong tackle put in there. And I think they're going to say that was a foul against Mohamed Galami. So Mikolashevsky, the injured player, will be the one to take. Les Éléphants trying to organize their back line. This one low from Mikolashevsky, cleared away by Galami. Now Les Éléphants, they have the advantage, and that's a good tackle there by Skora, but still going is Mermoz. Playing it in there, blocked, and still Mermoz goes. Cutting it back, trying to put the moves on, and they're going to call that a foul against him. But now, they're actually going to give him a yellow card for it. But now Les Éléphants have the advantage of almost being a bit pesky, of kicking the ball away, of taking their time on the throw-ins, a couple of subs that take a very long time. And they'll try to kill off this match. Running it down now is, I believe that's Kuya. Through the middle, Aka. Good work on the floor here. There's a drive. Blocked away. Still danger at the top of the box. Aka. He's found the back of the net, and it's 2 in the span of 3 minutes. Axel Aka smashes it into the bottom corner. Poor defending, it must be said, from White Eagles. They won't be happy with that at all. And now something happened after the goal. And nothing more according to the officials, but 2-0. White Eagles really have some work cut out for them. They have not defended well at all in the opening 10 minutes of this second half, and right back the other way come les Éléphants. Hard foul there on Mermoz, and a yellow card to boot. But it was Aka who placed it very, very well into the bottom corner. Take nothing away from the finish as he doubled the lead. And the target men of White Eagles have been very, very quiet. Jankowski and Mikolashevsky. We said earlier they were going to be the difference makers in this one. Head away by Skora. Mikolashevsky heads it on. Aka always there. Expect him to be playing a very, very regressed role now. He's sort of a holding midfielder, big number 5. As this one in there towards Vrobel. He'll grab it. But I would expect Aka almost to be playing as a 5th defender. Just right there he is. He's just going to be screening in front of the defense. And just not letting anything through. Spraying it to the far side here. Left-footed ball in there. Just a bit far ahead of Mohamed Galmi. And it's going to be a goal kick. White Eagles will really have some urgency and some intensity about them now. And a foul there. And so that's what les Éléphants can do. They can just waste that extra little bit of time, the extra bit of gamesmanship. They'll stand in front of the ball. They'll try to kick it away just to get those extra couple of seconds off. Even if it doesn't mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, it will aggravate White Eagles. Jankowski with the header on. Mikolashevsky running it down. And he's bumped off the ball there. Good defending. Well, the game's not over, but in order for it to really come alive, White Eagles will need to find the back of the net. Jankowski putting in the effort there, but les Éléphants play it away through the middle. Chipala back on it, over the top looking for Jankowski. Tia there. Jankowski's got it, trying to left-footed shot well over. And Mathieu Corneli has had a quiet second half thus far. So Niplinski coming on the field. Krzysztof Nielimski. And so Ngezan on the field wearing the number 10 kit. So it was Marmaz coming off the field and Ngezan on the field. Spraying it out wide, looking for Kuya. Banks it off the defender and out. Chipala playing it out. It's going to skip away. And it's frustrating for White Eagles as Les Éléphants, they've done something at half to really prevent them from getting the ball. Then again, the best defense is from the front. Trying to cut in. Aka calmly out to the far side. Pogoda knocks it out. Mathieu Corneli jogging in his own goal box. Here comes his team forward now. Have to be careful not to concede another penalty. Chipping it in there. Hits Skora up high. Oh, trying a bicycle kick there. Swing and a miss. A bad giveaway at the top of the box now. Not being allowed to turn. Good recovery from White Eagles in defense. They wouldn't let the man get his body turned towards the goal. Spraying it out wide. They're just having their way with them now. Les Éléphants going to try a long drive. Blocked away by Skora. And now here comes White Eagles on the counterattack. Mikolashevsky playing it up. But Les Éléphants show off their pace. And they just cleared away. It was a good slide tackle. It was goalie who put it in. And there's a big gap right now between the midfield and the defense of White Eagles. Aka, who got the second goal in this match. And Ngezan lets it roll out. Well, it would take something memorable from White Eagles if they want to get themselves back into this match, especially considering Les Éléphants have been very much in control of this second half. Cutting in now. Trying the shot, pulls it wide. Bamba would want that one back. First time we said his name today. Aka puts it right back where it came from with Vrobel. So Bizdil coming off, Adam Petar coming on. And he'll head right to the top of the formation. Here comes Jankowski now. Looking to sprint away. Stepping in, forced down. No call coming. In the final, that one not going to be given as a penalty. And Les Éléphants build well as they drive forward. Good run being made by Ngezan, but it's cut out by Urbanowski. Or Urbanowitz, rather. Here comes Ala. Cutting it through, but it rolls to Vrobel. Vrobel really puts his boot through that one. And Gazan cutting it onto his left foot. They really look dangerous going forward, don't they, les Éléphants? Nice play that. Ala to knock it in. Just need that one final pass. There it is. And there's the goal, and it's 3-0. An excellent team goal. And les Éléphants have one hand on the trophy now. What a well-worked passage of play there. I believe it was Ouattara who put it home. And what a team goal that was from Allah was involved in the build-up. And that one is actually going to be Les Éléphants ball, who can almost taste it now, 25 minutes away. Jankowski. Petar. This one flying through. Mikolashevsky couldn't get his foot on it. He'll have the throw, though. And a substitution being made here. Looks like Allah is coming off the field. I believe it is David Kamalenga who is coming on. There's Kamalenga entering the field. Jankowski looking for an opening, looking to make something happen. Cutting it across, Les Éléphants on it. In Gazan. Good overlap being made here. Kuya really running this one down. And he's on it here. Trying to cut inside. Shouts for a penalty. And Gazan playing it across. Here they come again. Good block. The dangerous opportunity was blocked. Still another one to be had, though. A cross, rising header. That was the newly inserted David Kamalenga who was trying to rise onto that one, and what an introduction that would have been. Such different halves we had today. The opening half so even between the two teams. Nothing to separate them. And then the second half, very, very much Les Éléphants in every phase of the game. Tia, one of the older players on Les Éléphants. Naksalaka. That's an attempt you take when you're up 3-0 in the final match. Why not try it? But that one, well, wide. Playing it quickly here are White Eagles. Skora. Looking for the long ball up the field. They've let it run here. But they're very calm on the ball, aren't they? Although maybe a bit too calm here. But then it's Ouattara who gets it back. Pretty sure he's the one who got that third goal, who finished off that great attacking move. And here they come again, looking to lay it off. Kamalenga, top of the box, stepping inside. They can taste the fourth one here. Great stop by Vrobel. Wouldn't have mattered. They were offside. And Gazan was the one who took the left-footed shot. Vrobel made the save, but they were offside. Given away. Mohamed Galmi trying the drive, blocked by Skora. Goalie. He's still out there. Haven't said his name in a while. Ouattara laying it off. Really playing some attractive football now, but they've given it away, and here come White Eagles. Petar just couldn't get on it. But he's got it back here, recycling it through the middle. They don't have a whole lot of support arriving, if I'm honest. Jankowski, he'll try to take it himself, being leaned on, getting shoved to the ground, and it's going to be a corner kick. Really committing a lot of players forward now are White Eagles. Oh, that's not a good corner kick at all from Chipala. Mikolashevsky on it. Trying to force it through, cleared away. Pogoda, the last man back, and now behind the play. Mikolashevsky was down. And it's all the way back to Vrobel. Mikolashevsky looking no worse for wear. He's back in his position. Jankowski trying to step inside. Petar trying to check his run. Tia got his foot to it. It seems like whenever Les Éléphants have the ball, they've got two or three options to go to, as they have not let their level drop as the match is worn on. So Vincent Mikolashevsky comes off. So Mikolashevsky off. Sebastian Vrobel back on the pitch. He played the entirety of the first half. And Mikolashevsky, he was a bit battered and bruised. And unfortunately, he leaves the field with his team down by 3. Look at that work in close quarters. Les Éléphants have actually looked more dangerous when they brought on their substitutes, bringing on the likes of Ungezan and Kamalenga. They've really added something else to the match. Bamba, another one. He's on the ball right now. Back for Aka. Trying to skip it over off the body of Mikolashevsky and cleared away. Petar playing it up the field. Corneli very calm on the ball. Mikolashevsky cuts it off. And here he comes, a 3v3 developing as they play it for Jankowski. He manages to keep it in play. A couple of options in the box. They'll get a corner for their efforts. And a substitution coming up now for Les Éléphants. And coming off the field is Mohamed Galmi. And number 2 coming onto the field for Les Éléphants, and he'll get right into the box to help defend this corner. In fact, he's the only player who's not in the box right now. Very congested penalty area. Petar throwing his weight around, a bit too much for the likes of the official. And now every single Les Éléphants player is in the penalty area. Put in there, cleared away, didn't clear the first defender. The service off of set pieces has left a bit to be desired today from White Eagles. Skora doing a good job backtracking there. Cutting it through. Skora goes to ground. He misses him. Another opportunity. Just pulled wide. A point-blank chance. Vrobel may have had the post covered. This one over the top. Jankowski favored to get onto this one. A bit tugging. Cutting it back through the middle. Petar. He's got the goal. And the flag stays down. And with 15 minutes to go, a grain of doubt in Les Éléphants minds. Petar gets the goal, but he's hurt himself in the process. And Mathieu Corneli as well is down. So Petar is hobbled, as is Corneli, who is still down and might not be able to continue here. But they got their goal to make it interesting. And Corneli looking really hobbled here. I'd be surprised if he's able to continue. He's hardly able to stand up straight. But they got their goal, and it was a well-worked goal. It was exactly who we said was going to have to be involved. It was going to have to be Jankowski, and he was the one who set it up. Petar doing a good job following the ball in. He finished it off. And a substitution was made in the process for White Eagles. It was, I believe it was Rudnicki who came on the pitch. And they are going to have to sub Mathieu Corneli. Really unfortunate there, as Corneli, a stalwart at the back. And now it's interesting, we have to ask ourselves, do Les Éléphants have a backup goalkeeper, or are they just sticking whoever begrudgingly takes the gloves into the pit, into the net? So Corneli comes off. And now Petar is coming off the pitch. The goal scorer, he hurt himself in doing it. And Campan is coming back on. And so now, as we said, a grain of doubt in Les Éléphants minds, but they're still very much in control of this match. And they've got time on their side as well. However, I'd be curious to see how this goalkeeper fares, as I'm not convinced he's actually used to having the gloves on. Skora. All the way back now for Tomasz Skora. Around for Vrobel. He oversold him though, and there goes Ngazan with a burst of pace. Cutting into the box. Across the face of goal, no one home for Les Éléphants. On the far side, they keep it in play. Cutting it back now. And it's all the way back with Vrobel. Campion wasn't able to get onto that one. And Jankowski just misses it. I'm surprised Patrick Mikolashevsky is in such a regressed role. He seemed to be really a target for White Eagles earlier in the match. Aka. That one moved up the field. Tia, the leader, the captain, and the seasoned player at the back. Driving forward now. Les Éléphants, they lay it off. Ouattara. To the far side, goalie. For Aka right now, who has the game-winning goal. And they're just going to keep possession for as long as they can here. Les Éléphants look for a crack in the defense. Long drive. As soon as I say that, it's a long drive. And it's actually a corner kick for Les Éléphants as it hits something on its way through. Only 4 players in the box right now for Les Éléphants. Goalie takes the corner with his right foot. It's loose there. And had they committed a few more players forward, they might have gone on to that one. Tia to take the throw. Just about 10 minutes left in this one. Ball in there, looks harmless, but there's a player running onto it. That one up and not clear, and then the left-footed thrash at it goes well wide. So 10 minutes plus stoppages, and you'd suspect that there will be a bit of stoppage time with the injury there to Corneli. This one to the far side, bit of hand checking there. And it's going to be a throw-in for White Eagles. One more goal here from White Eagles, and it will certainly make things interesting in this match. Skora. Chipala looking for Mikolashevsky. Wasn't quite able to find him. Skora going towards the ball, just decides to hold off the player. Mikolashevsky slicing it up the field. They'll be looking for Jankowski. Campion. Through the middle. Chipala looking up for Jankowski to run onto it, but the goalkeeper's out. Oh, he's fumbled it, but then he's got it back. And it really would be a shame if White Eagles aren't able to test this keeper who was an outfield player who volunteered to put on the gloves. Driving through the midfield, Ouattara. They just moved through that midfield well too easily. But then the pass from Kamalenga goes out of play. And now Axel Aka coming off the pitch. And the player on the far side looks like his parachute didn't quite open, but now he's getting helped out by the official, Asmikaya. And Bakari Kone looks like he's coming on the pitch. Les Éléphants just preparing themselves for the last push here. Mikolashevsky playing it up. It's well too far ahead of Jankowski. He put in the effort to get there, but it was a good 10 yards too far ahead of him. And White Eagles look unfortunately, to be wilting here. And another sub being made, and that's the luxury they have. Looks like it's Gallet coming on the pitch. They have the luxury of just slowing things down with this commanding 2-goal lead and being very much in control of the match. Vrobel playing it up. Jankowski's timed this run perfectly, but he's hassled just enough. And then he runs into the goalkeeper, and I think he's going to get himself into the book for that. A bit of frustration. It was really nice defense that time by, I believe it was Benate, who just hassled Jankowski enough to prevent him from getting onto the ball. And he may have well saved a goal there. And the keeper's still down. Oh, and they've given him a red card here. Looks like Jankowski's done for the day. He made a comment to the official, and that will do it for White Eagles' chances as they boiled over, and their big striker is done for the day. An unfortunate end to what looked to be a very good Premiership Division final. And now Les Éléphants can taste it now. They're up a man and up 2 goals. And they're looking to make it 3 goals here. Cutting inside, low shot. Vrobel with an easy stop. That's a hard challenge there. And you can really hear the emotions now of the crowd. And that player is down and in some kind of pain on the far side after an ill-advised sliding challenge. And that player is still down in some pain on the far side. Les Éléphants, they are going to win the Premiership Division title, but it's come at some sort of a cost. Now, curiously enough, the player on the far side is actually off the pitch right now. So there's nothing really preventing the referee from just restarting affairs and leaving Les Éléphants to attend to their fallen player. And a man now jogging across the field with an umbrella. We'll have to see what he can do. But late in this one, Les Éléphants, what a season for them. They looked so promising at the beginning of the year. They looked as though they were going to be the class of this division. And then they had a really just a not a very good start to the year whatsoever. They just struggled to score goals, struggled to keep them on the back of their net as well. But they really turned it around, and a lot of credit to them for doing so. I mean, they lost 4-0 to White Eagles in July, and that was the low point for their season, but they really turned it around and you have to give them a lot of credit. In this league, it really is the team that improves throughout the season that is going to get their hands on the trophy. And both of these teams really managed to do that. And is it going to be 4? No, it's not. It's cleared away. But both these teams really managed to improve throughout the season. And Les Éléphants are the ones who will lift the trophy. Skora finding himself up the field here. Mikolashevsky, good touch to get onto that one, but the keeper's out to get it. Skora well up from his center back position. You can see how much it means to White Eagles to be in this match, to be in this position. Les Éléphants should be offside there. They are. And now it is Benate who's coming on the field. So my apologies to the player who hassled Jankowski earlier. I think it may have actually been Afi who did so, but he may have very well prevented a goal. And a foul signaled there as we've reached the 90. But Les Éléphants will be happy with themselves. They're trying to build something here. They really felt it was a test coming to the Premiership de Montreal. And they've proven themselves here. And we hope to see them back next season. And a foul somewhere in there against Les Éléphants. Skora, the last man back with the exception of Robel in his goal. Low one there. Almost skipped through. Tia was the one who got onto it. And what a performance from that man, Jacques Tia. Played the entire game at center back wearing the captain's armband. Very, very much the leader of this team. And he'll be the one to lift the trophy in a few moments' time. Mikolashevsky couldn't get on it. There's a player down now. And look at this now. It's a 4-on-1. And Skora actually wins it out. You can see how much it means to them. He's still throwing in the tackles late. And there's the final whistle. Les Éléphants champions. And there it is. Thank you very much for joining us throughout the season. We hope to see you next season for more Premiership de Montreal action. Until then, my name's Graham Naismith. We'll see you then.